Wow, I haven't sat down and filmed a video in nearly a year. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It feels good to say that. This is Kenya, also known as Power in Your Curl. And girl, I'm back. I'm back and I'm so happy to be back. Thank you guys so much to all of y'all who checked in on me and messaged me letting me know that you missed me and that you enjoyed my videos, like just rewatching my videos while I was away. I did not expect, let me tell you, I did not expect to take the break that I did, but I'm so thankful that I took some time away because we have had a lifestyle shift over here over the past year, and I'm ready to get into it, talk to you guys about it, and get back to creating. So if you guys want to hear about where I've been, what happened, and like a life update, just keep on watching. Okay, I don't even know where to start, and it's kind of like a reason of why it's taken me a while to film this video, because I feel like once you leave for a little bit on YouTube, you always have to like come back, and it's like a whole thing when you do come back, and I don't want to make it a thing. I just want to have like a girl chat with y'all. I wish I had some tea. I don't, but I do need water. So this cup is not the cutest, but this is what I drink water of every day. So I really just want to have like a girl chat, because while I was away, I unlearned so much stuff. What really led to me taking the break that I did was this constant state of burnout. Like, I thought that I had fixed it. I would do what I needed to like rejuvenate myself, and then I'd come back and I'd be all happy about it. And then like 2 months later, I'd find myself in the same situation. And I finally had to just kind of stop and really think about like what was causing it, because like I've always been an overachiever and overdoer, like before I had my own business, and I basically carried that trait into my business. I thought like, okay, I'm running my own business, I'll be able to set my own schedule, I'll be able to have a balance between work and life, and I didn't. And it's because it's not like running your business that gives you a work-life balance. It's having a very clear mindset and a disciplined mindset and like self-awareness to where you can be unbalanced. And I was really missing that. And what finally made me pay attention was I kept getting sick, y'all. Like back in 2021, I was pumping out content that I was very proud of. I was trying to elevate my content. And I was putting a lot of energy into it. I got an editor. With that, although I had like external shifts, there were still some things internally that I could have improved on, or just like really shifted my mindset around. And I think that's why I was pushing myself so hard and really trying to prove myself. Like I'm gonna keep it real honest. Trying to prove myself, trying to make sure that I'm constantly like showing up as someone that you guys can trust. And because I can't see y'all, sometimes it makes it difficult to know like if you're rocking with me. Like, do you understand where I'm coming from? Do you get it? Do you feel me? Like, do you get it? You know? And so I felt like I would put a lot of energy into over explaining and re-explaining and like putting so much into one video so that I could help someone as much as possible. And I had to let go of that. Like I can't be perfect. I cannot be perfect all the time. I can't do it the perfect way all the time. Like sometimes I want to be able to get on the camera and just talk. Like right now, I don't have a plan. I'm just talking. And I think that's what I was missing. Honestly, my entire YouTube career, the only time I really like free flowed was like when I was on live. So that's what was going on. So once I finally realized, okay, you keep getting sick because you're stressed, because you're stressing yourself out, I just dropped everything. I was like, I cannot hold it all. Vernon and I were actually like going through a lot of different changes, like personal life wise, and it was very difficult to hold up my business while going through those shifts and transitions. And so I just dropped everything that wasn't a priority, and thankfully my business wasn't a priority. I'm so grateful that I was able to take a break. Like I'm so grateful. And passive income is important. Like if that's not something that you're already thinking about, creating a source of passive income so that you can tend to your mental health is imperative for everyone, for Black people especially, because we are healing so much. Like some of this overworking, like this overworking wound, I would say, this overachieving, this like feeling like you're not good enough. That's basically what it is. Feeling like you have to prove yourself constantly. Not all of that is mine. A lot of it is mine though. Don't get me wrong. A lot of it is mine, but some of that like comes from my family dynamic. Some of it comes from my ancestors. Like, we have gone through a lot as Black people, and it takes time to heal that. And I was trying to like heal it quickly, heal it in 2 weeks and get back to it. And I needed the time that I took. The entire time I've been away, I have been healing the entire time. So I think one thing that you all would want to know is like, what's going on with my hair? How has that been going? And I am going to be so honest. I have taken a lot of my focus off of my hair. And again, it was like, because I was focusing so much on healing, plus Vernon and I were going through a lot of personal shifts. We will definitely talk about that later in this video, but later. I took a lot of attention off of my hair, and maybe we should talk about it now. Yeah, let's talk about it now. Okay, so mid-March 2020, Vernon got out of the Navy, so he's no longer active military, which is really nice because I don't have to worry about deployments anymore. But he got out of the military, and we had planned on moving home with his parents for just a few months, like literally 3 months tops, to just kind of like sort through things, because we were in Jacksonville, Florida, to sort through things and kind of get started in this next step of our life. And as you guys know, mid-March 2020, the panorama hit. So our everything was derailed. Like, of course, it was very difficult to like find a job when people weren't even working or were getting laid off. And I'm very grateful that I have my own business and I was able to continue working again, like important things. So it was like, okay, fine. We'll just make the best of where we are. Thank God we had his parents, honestly, to hold us down. Thank God. And I'm glad that we moved right before everything hit, because all of our family's in Georgia. And if we had stayed in Florida, which we did consider, we would have been pretty much on our own the entire time. And those first couple of months were crazy. So I'm so glad that we were with family. And that's basically what we did. So I had already planned on moving. When I moved back to Georgia, I was going to really invest myself into like my healing and healing my family dynamic. And so that's what we did. And I think you guys got a few videos in 2020, but I'm sure it wasn't what I wanted it to be, because we were living in his parents' basement. It was a pretty good situation. It had a bedroom, a living room, our own bathroom, but at the same time, it's a very small amount of space for two people to cohabitate after living in a 4-bedroom house, mind you, for what ended up being, I want to say we stayed for nearly 2 years. It went from 3 months to 2 years. We moved out January 2022. 22 months. 3 months to 22 months. And to do all of that and run a business out of that space, it was way too much. And something that I learned over this break is that I've always felt that I could work through anything, no matter what the circumstances were, no matter what my environment was. I've always felt like if you put enough energy toward it, you can still make what you want to make happen. And that's what I was doing. In 2020 and 2021, the first half, I was trying to still make it happen. I was trying to run on all cylinders, still grow my business while investing energy into like our next steps and us like literally recalibrating our entire lives. I was trying to stay on go in all areas. And I really learned that sometimes you're not supposed to do that. Like sometimes it's okay to let something go, like put something down. Put one thing down, put two things down, so you can give all of your focus and energy to the priorities of the moment. And also, I think trying to outwork your environment is somewhat of a survival mechanism, and it's something that I've always had to do. Like growing up, trying to get to college, get on a full scholarship so I wouldn't have to worry about paying for it. I wouldn't have to worry about my parents having to pay for it. Being in college and being on my own with like literally nothing, like having to always find jobs to support myself, living on $30 a month for my grocery bill. still having to do my schoolwork at my jobs, you know what I'm saying? Then when we moved, Vernon and I went straight from college to a whole nother state as a married woman, and we were getting it out the mud. We really were. We were starting over. We were starting from like zero. We've been together since we were 18, so we had been building up to that point. But once we got married, we were really like getting it out the mud. So I've always been in a place where I've had to like outwork my environment. I've had to see the vision, hold the vision, and even though I work from 9 to 5, I get up at 5 a.m. and film YouTube videos. My first videos on YouTube, I was getting up at 5 a.m. to film. Hello.
Hello, production.
Thank you. Over the past year, I think that one of the biggest lessons I've learned is that there's a time and the place to tap into your masculine energy. Like, it helps you get things done. It helps you persevere. I mean, feminine energy can help you persevere too in a different way. Like, be resilient, I think. But at the same time, there's something very beautiful about surrendering to what is and accepting what is, and doing what you can do, like doing your best with what you have in the moment and allowing the right time to come, like not trying to force the time to be what you want it to be. And I think that that's why I was getting sick, because I was honestly working too hard. Like, I was working too hard, and that was my body's way of letting me know, hey, one, you need to slow down, but two, spiritually, it was letting me know that what I was doing was out of alignment. Like, it was not meant for me to be working in my business at that time. And I'm sorry that that meant I couldn't be here for y'all, because I know something that I love most about my business is being able to help women feel confident in their hair. And I felt really bad, like, for the first couple of months, because I felt like me not showing up could be possibly hindering your journey. But yeah, I would have loved to have been able to be here this past year for you all, but for me, I needed that time to tend to myself. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I did, because I feel like I have finally learned lessons that spiritually I've needed to learn for a really long time. And that's making that shift from always being in my masculine energy to being able to honor and honestly, like, really appreciate feminine energy and flowing and being receptive and like being patient. It's not something that I have been taught to respect, and it's not something that I think I naturally do respect. I think I used to really admire like very like forceful energy, and now I see so much beauty in following the seasons. Just being in tune with your own timeline. That's what it is. Being in tune with your own timeline and knowing that you don't always have to make things happen. Like, whew, girl. That's one thing that I do know, is that I am not doing this on my own. And when I was forcing things, I was acting as if I was doing it on my own. So yeah, there's that. But going back to my hair, I took a lot of attention off of my hair. One, because I just wasn't in the headspace. Like, I was doing a lot of healing, and honestly, healing looks ugly a lot of the time. Like, there was a lot of crying. There's a lot of unlearning that I was doing, and I honestly just did not have the energy to be as like on top of my hair care. I know that I was very concise with getting my trims, but then at the same time, when I would go home, I wasn't exactly like the best with my hair care regimen. So I feel like I kind of stayed around the same length. I haven't looked at the pictures in a while. I'll put some pictures up. Maybe I did experience like a little bit of growth, but I just know that every time I was sitting in her chair, I was like, you know, this time I'm really gonna commit myself. And then, girl, it was just a lot. It was a lot happening, like, for real. When you're in a space like where you can't control, because we all know what it's like when we go back home. We all know what it's like. So when you're in a space where you can't really control, like, I was spending so much energy I was really focusing my energy on like not just moving out, but moving out in the best possible circumstance that Vernon and I could be in. And that brings me to a life update. Well, more of a like adulting life update. So this is not hair related, but girl, we need to talk about this, okay? Because I have to share. I have to share. So when Vernon and I realized like, okay, we're going to be living with his parents a lot longer than we anticipated. We were like, okay, fine. Let's really just take advantage of this. It's not what we planned, but let's use it to our advantage because this can actually help us accomplish some of the financial goals that we've been talking about for a while. And I had actually spoken about to him a few times. I was like, man, if we could just like stay with your parents for a couple of months, we could do it. You know what I'm saying? We could save this and get ahead of that. And let me tell you, I became someone who knew very little about credit to like, I know so much about credit. That's what I spent a lot of my time on. I spent a lot of my time studying our finances, studying how to make the system work for you. And a large help with that was the Live Richer Academy by the Budgetnista. 100% recommend. I just renewed my membership last month in April. 3rd year in a row. I started in 2020 and I'm going to continue because now that we've accomplished some of our, I guess you could call them more standard financial goals, we're getting into the investing side and I need to learn how to do that. We paid off over $60,000 in debt. Like, girl, we paid off so much. And we started this in 2020. We actually started this before Vernon had secured like his next stable job, and we did it off of our passive income, and we also were renting our house out. So that was another thing that like, maybe if you guys even go back and look at the video on when we purchased our home, like everything that I saw for that house came to fruition from like before I even set foot in it, when I saw the floor, I just knew it was it. But I really wanted us to stay in that house, keep it blank. That's why we never decorated in there. I wanted to keep it blank because I knew we were military. I knew we were not going to stay here longer than 3 years at most. We stayed there for like nearly exactly 2 years. Actually, 2 years to the T. I wanted to be able to rent the house out while we kind of figured out where we wanted to settle and keep it for as long as possible until we could make at least a 6-figure return on it. That was my goal with the house. We used our passive income, paid off our debt. It gave Vernon time to find the job, like to shift into this new lifestyle, because getting out of the military is no joke. Like on the person in the military, especially, like it's no joke. And there's very little support. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So we navigated that like pretty well during a panorama from his parents' basement, mind you. There was a lot of sacrificing in the beginning. I'm not gonna say it was cute at all. I was very regimented about it. Like, this is what we're paying off without fail every month. Because we need to make the most while we're here. So, because the more we play games, the less disciplined that we are, the longer we're gonna be here. So we got on that thing. And in the end, we paid off over $60,000 worth of debt. I obtained an 850 credit score. Y'all, what? I used to dream about this. Like, I didn't even know it was possible until I used to work as a leasing manager at this like apartment complex for this college town. And these black parents came in and wanted a unit for their child. And I think our limit was like 720, unless we like really could feel that the person was trustworthy and we like were confident. This is not my doing. This was my operational manager. This is what they wanted. But I remember we ran their credit and they had like an 850, and I called my operational manager over and I was like, and he's like, oh yeah, duh, book them, go ahead. And I didn't even know it was possible to have a perfect credit score. But ever since then, I was like, I want that. And girl, if I didn't achieve it, I would have to be 21 working there. I couldn't, I was only 21. I achieved it at 27. 5 years later, if I didn't achieve it. So yeah, Vernon's credit score, I think we were able to increase his score like 180 points. And we did this really by paying down debt. I learned how to like get negative things off of your report. Again, everything you need to know is in the Literature Academy. So that's not even something I need to make a video on. I would just recommend you learn from there. So it really put us in a position of when we were able to leave, which is what I wanted to be able to go anywhere we wanted. I didn't want to have a limit on where we lived, because with the military, there was always a limit. We could never choose the city. We could never really choose the location because it had to be close to the base. And I wanted to choose for us, like, this is for us. In the end, we were able to move into our dream apartment, which I have vlogs on. I started vlogging back in January and I'm still vlogging. I'm literally vlogging today in May. So I have videos for y'all. Now I can edit them and put them up because we are finally settled in the space. That's what's been taking so long. I didn't want to start back work. I learned my lesson. I don't want to burn the wick at two ends? No, focus on one thing at a time, have balance in my household so that I can be balanced out in my business and out in the world. So now that we're moved in, I am ready to begin editing and uploading for you all. So I'm going to be posting the vlog on our move into our dream space very soon after this video. So make sure that you guys turn on post notifications or just keep an eye out so that you can see when I upload that. And then recently, just another mini update, I also shared this in another vlog. We did make the decision because we began renting out our home in March of 2020. So March of 2022, we were kind of like, it was up for debate. Every year we always revisit, should we keep it as an investment property? Should we sell it? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's still our primary residence, don't get me wrong, but we weren't living there. So what would be the best thing for us to do? And this year we made the decision that it would be the best thing to sell. It's so important to trust your intuition. When we were moving in 2020, Vernon really wanted to sell the house. And I was like, no, ever since we got here, I felt that we should keep it for as long as we could. It was gonna be difficult having a home in Florida while we lived in Georgia, yes. But honestly, it really wasn't, because we were blessed to have like a really great realtor slash property manager slash like friend. And I'm so glad that I was able to like receive the discernment and like the vision for our home, because every single thing that I felt we could do with that space, we were able to do. And it's like such a huge blessing. It's even more why I feel I was needing to learn how to be receptive, how to trust, and how to let things go so that more could come to you. Like you just can't do it all at one time. You can do it all in stages. It takes progress, but surrendering is the best thing I ever did, girl. It's the best thing. So that's my life update. And now moving forward, my goal is to bring you all lifestyle slash hair content. So I really want to, in case you're wondering like what's next for this channel, I love the hair, okay? I'm here for the hair. I live for the hair talks, but I'm really growing as a woman and learning so much more than hair. Like the things that I put into my hair, like all the intention and research that I put into my hair, I put into our financial, I don't even call it that. I call it abundance planning. Like I've been calling it that for like the past 3 years. And trust me, when you call it that, your mindset around it shifts. I put that same energy into our abundance planning. I put that same energy into picking pieces that really speak to where we are to bring to our space. I put that same energy in so many facets. Shopping. I've been getting into shopping, girl. I've been getting just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. I put that energy in a lot of facets in my life, and I want to be able to share that with you all to bring you like a well-rounded view of an elevated lifestyle, an elevated woman, really you being the woman that you want to be. Like I'm over here doing what I can to be the woman that I want to be, and I just want to post content that inspires you and educates you and like, you know, just helps you feel motivated on your journey to be the woman that you're becoming. So that's what you can expect over here. I already have a bunch of vlogs filmed. where of course I have some hair videos filmed as well as I have some try-on hauls that I'm gonna be filming tomorrow, so you'll be seeing that as well. And let me know in the comments, like for real, what specifically do you want to see when it comes to hair, lifestyle? Let me know what you think. Put it in the comments. Wow, that's my list. Hair-wise, I know that I need to schedule my trim. I've been getting trimmed every 2 to 3 months. My last trim was February, so that means March, April, May. 3 months is this month. I need to get a trim this month. Also, Vernon has hair now, y'all. Like, he started growing his hair as soon as he got out of the Navy, okay? He was not playing games. So he has 2 years and 2 months worth of hair growth, and his hair is long, y'all. Like, he has hair now. Yeah, that's pretty much what's up with me. I would love to know, like, I'm so serious. I would love to know, what have you been up to in this past year? Girl, how is your life going? How are you feeling? How can I support you with where you're at now in your journey with the type of content that I'll be creating? I love y'all. Oh my God. Not me forgetting. Hold on. So y'all, not me forgetting one of the biggest things that happened. This box is from YouTube. I am beside myself that I forgot. I can't believe that I did. But hold on, y'all, hold on. Because this is for us. This is not just for me. Here we have a little card saying who the package was inspected by. We have a note from the CEO of YouTube. Get out of here. And girl, oh my God. No, I actually could cry. Like, I can't believe I was about to forget this. Forgive me, y'all. We hit 100,000 subscribers in November. I want to say it might have been November or December. I was checking in November. I might have been away, but girl, I wasn't that far away. We hit 100,000 subscribers. Oh my God. Okay. When I started my YouTube channel, like, my biggest goal was to have 100,000 subscribers. And it was really like, for me, it's like a symbol that, it was a symbol that I am a creator. What I do matters. And I felt that at like 1,000 subscribers, like just the comments that I would get from y'all, especially the people who comment consistently, like on nearly every video. Thank you so much. And the people who don't comment, the people who watch, who tell their friends. Like, my sister-in-law was just telling me 2 days ago, like, we were over at Vernon's parents' house for Mother's Day, and my sister-in-law was telling me how, like, her sister-in-law watches my channel and tells her all the time, like, how helpful it is. So, like, I knew that it was helpful, but this is like, I would dream about being a YouTuber, like, way before I started, years before I started. In high school, I wanted to start my channel, and I didn't start it until after college. I have never cried on camera ever. This is crazy. I'm just so proud of this. I'm so proud of it because I did it with y'all. I did it with y'all and y'all support, but I did it pretty much like, this is like my work. This is my failures, my lessons, my like getting burnt out, my tears, my happiness, my meetups, my meeting you all at speaking engagements, me coaching y'all, like me going on live. Like, this is like a culmination of years of work and years of give and take between like me and you. And I am proud of us. I'm proud of you. I'm thankful to y'all. And I'm just so fucking proud. I'm so proud. And I feel like with me getting this, girl, okay? I'm about to do what I want to do. All right. I'm about to do what I want to do. I can't believe, y'all. I cannot believe that. Let me check my makeup. What? I can't believe I just cried. I wanted to wait to open that with y'all, which is why it's still in the box. I did peek at it, okay? Because I've had it for like maybe a month. So I did peek at it, but I put it back because I don't want to do anything with it until I showed it to y'all. Because this is... Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. So there's that. I do also just want to say that I had the biggest campaign that I've ever had in November of 2021. Girl, I wasn't posting anywhere and got contacted for this campaign, was able to create content that I'm really, really proud of. The content is also used off of my channel. So that's, you know, it's beneficial all around. I was able to create content coaching women on how to buy products for their hair. And that's something like when I would go into stores, I would be like, man, they really need somebody here to teach people what to buy. Because what I would see like in my coaching, with my coaching clients, is just like how confusing these products can be and what you need can be. And I was able to create a campaign where I taught different hair identities how to buy products for their hair. And it was crazy. And I'm just so thankful. I'm so thankful. And I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Like, for real, even with me being gone, thank you for supporting in any way. Thank you. But I think that about wraps up the update. Now you're all caught up. Like I said, I have videos coming, and whatever you want to see, put it in the comments. Specific requests. That helps me the most. I love y'all so much. Here's to new beginnings. Here's to new doors. Here's to new opportunities to really show up as our true selves. And here's to feeling the fear and doing it anyway. I love y'all. Bye.